What is going on, everybody, and I hope you're enjoying your Thursday evening so far. This is NYG Jeffy T 85, and I'm here with the Black and Blue Injury Report for the New York Giants, October 6th, 2022, as the Giants continue to get prepared for the game this Sunday in good old jolly London, England, against the Green Bay Packers, as the Giants plan on flying out to London as of tonight or tomorrow morning. So right now, I'm just going to go over the New York Giants injury report going on for the team today. Now, obviously, I'm going to start with the guys that did not practice today, as well as some injury news that might be happening with this Giants team in Brian Daboll's press conference he did this morning. So in terms of the obvious guys, Cor'Dale Flott, still dealing with that calf injury right now. Obviously, he was on the scooter last week, still not practicing today. He's dealing with the calf injury. Don't expect to see him for at least the next couple of weeks. So I'm not expecting to see Cor'Dale Flott practicing with the Giants in the near future. I think he's just going to be out for the next few weeks. Possibly, I don't know, maybe it depends on if he's going to get IR'd or not short term, depending on how he's going to feel going into next week or the week after. Maybe they're targeting that game against the Jaguars or possibly the week after to see if they can get Cor'Dale Flott back on the field. Kenny Golladay is dealing with the sprained MCL right now. He did not practice for a second straight game. Brian Daboll even put in his press conference today that he's still debating if he wants to put Kenny Golladay on the short-term injured reserve, which means he would be pretty much missing the next 4 weeks. Could get that answer sometime by the end of the week. Maybe they're just seeing how Golladay feels in the rest of this week, maybe going into the weekend, just to determine if they want to place him on the short-term IR, or if there's a possibility he may miss just a couple of games and he might be able to get back out there sometime around week 7 or week 8. So they're just pretty much debating right now with Kenny Golladay if they want to put him out there for, see how he's going to feel for the rest of this week, and then they'll make their decision ultimately what to do with their $72 million wide receiver, if he's going to be placed on the short-term injury reserve or not. Henry Mondeaux, still dealing with the ankle injury. Don't expect him to see him in the game. He got carted off the last game. Don't expect to see Henry Mondeaux in the game today. Azeez Ojulari re-aggravated that calf injury. Second straight practice where he did not practice at all. He looks like he's very unlikely to be in this game. Tyrod Taylor, he's dealing with a concussion injury right now that he suffered late in the game against the Bears last week. He's right now looking like he's not going to play this game Sunday, so don't expect Tyrod Taylor to be playing due to concussion protocol. And Kadarius Toney right now, he's actually gone backwards in his rehab. Yesterday he got in a limited session. Today wasn't even near the field at all. Kadarius Toney wasn't practicing at all, so he's now looking more unlikely when you see a downgrade on the Thursday. Unless Kadarius Toney can get back out there on Friday, possibly maybe you could see him in the game. But right now, when you see a guy go from a limited practice down to a did not practice the next day, it's looking very unlikely right now that Kadarius Toney is going to be playing in this game against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday. So that's not a great sign when you hear about that. Now, in terms of the guys that were limited, Daniel Jones continues to make progress on that injured ankle. He has a high ankle sprain right now, but it looks like that Daniel Jones is progressing pretty solidly, which is absolutely amazing. And you always have to give credit to a toughness, the type of toughness that Daniel Jones has. The fact that he's going out there, even on an ankle injury, and he's practicing to the fullest, and he's giving it a go. And it's looking likely now that Daniel Jones will be able to play this game on Sunday against the Packers, albeit he's probably going to be a little bit more limited in terms of him running around the field. Probably just going to have some design packages for him in terms of the passing game. So that's a good sign, at least, that you're getting Daniel Jones back in the game. Richie James he even had a limited practice today. He's dealing with the ankle injury right now. Brian Daboll said in his press conference that he believes Richie James will be okay and that the wide receiver will be out there on the field. So that's at least a positive that the Giants will get Richie James back out there on the field. Julian Love even had a limited day of practice. He's still in the concussion protocol during that non-contact injury. So Julian Love at least had a limited practice today. Don't know if he's actually going to be able to play in this game on Sunday. Giants might just be trying to gauge his feeling right now in the game. Would not be surprised if the Giants hold him out this week and then get him ready for the week after against the Baltimore Ravens. Nick McCloud, who's been dealing with a hamstring injury the past couple of weeks. McCloud right now he had a limited practice today. but he's getting back on the field. So it looks like the Giants will get McCloud back on the field this weekend. It's going to help their special teams out. Fabian Morneau dealing with the foot injury. He got a limited practice as well. That's a good sign. The Giants look like they're going to have Morneau back there on the field. Evan Neal, he has a neck injury. He got a limited practice in there. Good sign for Evan Neal that he'll be able to suit up for this game on Sunday against the Packers. And then the two guys that are dealing with sprained MCLs, wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson and defensive lineman Leonard Williams, both of them dealing with the sprained MCLs. Both of them got a limited practice in today. So that's a positive sign that both Williams and Robinson could be a go for this Sunday, and it'd be a big time boost for not just the defense with Williams, but the offense, especially with Wan'Dale Robinson, as I know this coaching staff has a lot of type of design plays that they would like to do with Wan'Dale Robinson. So that's a positive. They can get Robinson back in the game. So there's some good news with these New York Giants injuries. Unfortunate news as well, but at the same time, the Giants should be going into this game with a little bit more full strength than they did in the previous weeks. It's just about really just finding out what guys they might have to IR and etc. And also in the press conference today by Brian Daboll, it sounds like that it might be a possibility that starting cornerback Aaron Robinson might have to be placed on season-ending IR due to the injury that he suffered against the Chicago Bears this weekend when he tweaked his knee. So there's a possibility the Giants might be going at it the rest of the season without one of their starting cornerbacks, as it looks like Aaron Robinson could miss the rest of the season due to that knee injury. So just to go over the injury report one more time, Cor'Dale Flott, he's dealing with the calf injury. Don't expect to see him this Sunday. Might not even see him next week. Week-to-week thing with him. Calf injuries are tricky, so we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen with Flott. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. Kenny Golladay right now is a guy that could end up landing on short-term IR if that knee injury doesn't get better. We're dealing with the sprained MCL. Not going to play this Sunday. Probably won't play the week after. Would not be shocked if they land Kenny Golladay on IR for the next 4 games, plus possibly until that MCL gets better. Henry Mondeaux got carted off last week. Ankle injury. Don't expect to see him this Sunday. Rotational defensive lineman. Giants will have to try to get some other guys that can step up. Azeez Ojulari re-aggravated that calf injury. Doesn't look likely for him. He wasn't even spotted at practice. He's not going to play this Sunday most likely. Tyrod Taylor still in concussion protocol. Don't expect to see him out there on the field. And Kadarius Toney, who went from a limited practice last week, is now downgraded to a did not practice today, and looking more likely that he will not suit up for the New York Giants this weekend. In terms of limited participants, Daniel Jones is dealing with the ankle injury, but he was limited today. That's a strong, great sign that the Giants might be getting their quarterback in this game against the Green Bay Packers, which is a very great sign. Don't expect Daniel Jones to be running the ball a whole lot. Maybe some design plays if he's okay, but rather just keep him as safe as possible in the pocket. Richie James looks like he's going to be out there on the field. Brian Daboll said that he looks like he's going to be all right, so Richie James looks like he's going to be on the field. Julian Love, he's dealing right now with the concussion injury, non-contact, concussion protocol, but he at least got a limited practice, so it might be a little bit more of a positive sign. He could possibly play this weekend against the Packers. Don't expect it. I think they're going to hold him out just to get him ready for next week against the Ravens. Nick McCloud dealing with the hamstring injury, missed the past couple of weeks because of that. Limited practice. Giants might be getting a key special teamer back in the game. Fabian Morneau, their current outside other cornerback right now, playing opposite of Dory Jackson, dealing with a foot injury. Second straight limited practice. Looks like he's going to give it a go this Sunday. Evan Neal, neck injury. He had to leave during the fourth quarter, didn't return. But it looks like he got some limited practices, and he's going to be able to play this Sunday, which is a good sign. Giants will get their right tackle in the game. And then Wan'Dale Robinson, the Giants' presumable slot receiver, he got a couple of limited practices in there. So it looks like that Wan'Dale Robinson is going to be able to play in this game. Positive sign, at least, to see that. And Leonard Williams, he's dealing also with the MCL sprain. He got 2 straight limited practices, so it could be a big addition to that defense, so they can find a way to get Leonard Williams back in the game going forward. So that is your Black and Blue injury report for Thursday, October 6, 2022. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, injury and roster updates, as well as chatter surrounding the New York Football Giants. Turn on the bell for notifications on when the next video or short will be dropping on the channel surrounding the New York Giants. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the latest injury report surrounding the New York Giants, who looks like they're going to play, who doesn't look like they're going to play, who possibly could play, as well as some of the other injury and news and notes around this New York Giants football team heading into the game this Sunday in London, England against the Green Bay Packers. So everybody enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Take it easy, and let's go New York Giants, as always. Together Blue, everyone.